There are many reasons to look forward to our upcoming Spring Steam Gala, from Canadian Pacific's second outing, including a 10-coach non-stop express from Alresford to Alton every day, to our 3 visiting locomotives, the T3 from Swanage and 2 coming down from the East Lancs Railway, the LMY A-Class and the tank engine as well, 752. Lots to look forward to. Naturally, of course, we'll still have the Ivatt running, but you may notice it running with a very special headboard indeed. You see, our Ivatt locomotive is more than just an engine. It actually has a place in history. There's a branch down near Brockenhurst called the Lymington Branch, runs from Brockenhurst to Lymington Pier, and it was the last steam-hauled branch line service for British Rail. During its last days in service, a locomotive carried a headboard to commemorate the end of branch line steam. And our locomotive, 41312, was that engine. Now that's an amazing story in itself, but what if I could tell you we had someone who was not only there, but fired that last day?
Hello, my name is Paul Warr and I was the last early turn fireman on the Lymington branch. I started on the railway in early 1965. I lived in the Lymington Town Station house and I used to go to work, go out the front door, turn right, go over the platform edge, across the railway lines, and there was the engine ready for me to get ready for the first journey of the morning. The Lymington branch is actually in the New Forest and it runs from Brockenhurst to Lymington Town, Lymington Pier and the boat connection to the Isle of Wight. Before the Ivatts, they were M7 push and pull locomotives. The actual Ivatts were very good engines. They were very easy to fire, and even if you had a small fire in the firebox, they would still pull well. We only used to have 3 carriages because it was a branch line, and we used to have to run round at Brockenhurst and at Lymington Pier. The actual engines were changed. One set used to be the 80,000 tanks and the other set was the Ivatt class. They were brought up from Bournemouth, changed over in the morning, and the 80,000 tank was taken back on the first train from Brockenhurst, and then in the evening it was brought up, the Ivatts were brought up light engine and they took the 80,000 tank back light engine to Bournemouth. What we had to do when we got there in the morning, which was 5:30, on this special Saturday, which was the last day of steam, as we got towards the engine shed, my driver and I, we found that there were shadows walking about. And when we got in to the actual shed, there were these 3 young men cleaning the locomotive from head to foot. They'd been there most of the night with oily rags and it was absolutely superb. And afterwards, one of the guys came to me and said, would you mind if you put this on the front of the loco? And we said, what? And he said this. He had it in a paper bag and it was the last steam branch, and we said, fantastic. So the driver went up to the front of the engine and stuck it on the front of the loco, ready for the first train to go out. It brought back a lot of lovely memories. To feel the heat from the fire and also watch the firemen turning on the water for the injectors, and the driver, who was very nice. Yes, there is a lot of camaraderie on the railway, and I was very pleased to come back and meet the engine and its crew.
So there we are. More to see than meets the eye. So when you do come down and you see this headboard being carried, now you know the story. And on that line, if you would like to visit our gala, then do check out our website at watercrestline.co.uk, where you can buy tickets and find the timetable as well for what frankly is going to be a fantastic few days. That's it from us this time, folks, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Paul for chatting to us, and we'll see you for our Spring Steam Gala.